If you're here, it's because you enjoy animal rescue. This organization specializes on rescuing animals in extreme conditions, terrible injuries, accidents, neglect, etc. Most of the times, the diseases that our animals have can be treated medically, and we place no limit to how far we can go to save a life. But there are times when the injuries of the animals we rescue, they are not physical only, they are psychological. Today, I want to tell you about what we do when we have an animal whose soul has been broken. Dogs and cats are unbelievable. They are animals that live in the moment. So because of this, usually after a situation of abuse, it is much easier for them to adapt to the new life. They live the moment, they've gone through hell, but they don't dwell on the past normally. Usually they can look forward to the future, you improve their life conditions, you heal them, you improve their health, and things tend to happen rather smoothly. They kind of flow, right, Sergio? You've seen it many times. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But there are times when their psychological injuries cannot be underestimated. There are times when their souls are broken. There are times when they can't go on, when they can be in the presence of other animals, when they react badly to humans. What it is that we do when we have a case like this. Right. I have to say that this doesn't happen very often. Usually when we have an animal rescued from a situation like this, usually they only require supervision from that psychological point of view, a little bit of supervision, making sure that everything is fine, but they adapt really well. Our focus is mostly on physical injuries, but there are times when their spirits have been truly broken. Today, I wanted to tell you about what we've done in the case of Johnny and Carla. Johnny and Carla, many of you will remember them because this is our most viral video. Sergio and I went to a place to rescue two puppies that were being severely mistreated. Just have a look because this is the case that you may remember. So after we left the place with the puppies at hand, they went to a foster home, they were given love, attention, food, they were given a chance to an entirely new life. They were both adopted. We decided to separate them. One of them was adopted, Carla was adopted in the south of France by Patrice, a dear friend of ours, an adopter of Toby, a guy that we know, we love, we respect, and that is an incredible guy. And then the other one, Johnny, was adopted by a family, also very dear friend of ours over here in Spain. Now, separately, after they went home, initially it went really well, but very quickly the families realized that there were things that were not right. Both of them were exhibiting symptoms of separation anxiety, of aggression towards humans, towards other people. They got along well with the other dogs in the house most of the time. Sometimes they will become aggressive and they will attack them. They will bond and love their families, but sometimes they will bite them. We were lucky because these families were committed to them, but things became difficult and unmanageable. When Johnny and Carla were together with us over here, we knew that eventually we will have to separate them. First of all, because it's very difficult to find a family that would like to adopt both dogs at the same time, but also because their fears, their anxiety fed on each other. So we had to make sure that they found the inner strength to go and continue life separately. After a few months, Johnny's family contacted us and said, look, for our own security, for our own safety, and for the safety of our animals, please take back Johnny, take him to safety, give him a good life, treat him, heal his spirit. And that's what we did. We drove across the country, we picked him up, and we brought him back to us to begin treatment.
Johnny. Muy bien, mi chico. Ven, toma. Johnny, Vamos, Johnny,
From the beginning, Johnny has been cared for and treated by our animal behavior expert, our ethologist, Laura. Laura is a girl that you see sometimes in our videos, extremely nice and soft-spoken. Yeah, remember the girl with the funny haircut that I was making the fun the other day. Okay, Laura makes sure that any problem that we have with their behavior is sorted out, is fixed, is analyzed, and we can work on. So for the last few months, Johnny has been with Laura. They've been working together. Laura has got to know him and to know his fears, and the treatment continues. Johnny is still with us. He will be with us for the forthcoming future because there is still a lot of work to do. I mean, just think about it. As a little puppy, Johnny and his sister were beaten up severely, brutally by a monster of a human. Imagine when something like this happens and you're a dog. You cannot process why this is happening. It's not like humans. We are beaten up by someone or by our partners, and we learn how to process it, and we understand the psychological process behind it and our own psychological process. But what happens when you're a dog? You have a human there that you love, and that human beats you up to a pulp. Beats you up, beats up your sister, and it messes up with your entire head and your entire understanding of the world and of humanity. Johnny began treatment. A few weeks later, a few months later, I would say, we got the news from Patrice in France, telling us that Carla was having symptoms and that she was getting into fights and that she was becoming aggressive and that we had to do something. But Patrice wouldn't want to give her up. He said, look, help me out, what can we do? So we told Patrice, just please come back from France, come here, come to Spain, stay with us for a few days, leave Carla with us, we will also start working on her. Spend time with us, get to know how Laura does it, spend time together with her, get to understand what it is that triggers Carla. Why does she react aggressively towards you sometimes or towards other people? Let's get inside her brain.
Ya estamos con los perritos. A esto sí que le puede... Vale. Vale. Vamos. Vale.
Most animal organizations don't do this. It's complicated. It's not easy. You don't take an animal and put him from here to here, put him on a no, this is more complicated. You have to work with him. You have to get inside his brain. You have to spend time with him and getting to know him and his fears. And sometimes animal protections, they just can't afford it, or they just don't want to do it because they decide to do something more expedient. So leave the animal in a cage forever, or euthanize him, destroy him, as they say, just because it can't be fixed. It can be fixed. We have an entire team of people here working to make sure that these issues are fixed. We're here to make sure that every animal that we rescue has a viable future, to ensure that none of them remain in limbo, living in cages, just because their souls are broken. This is why we have the places that we have. This is why our animals live in home environments. This is why our animals are free, because we try to foster an environment for them to heal. Laura is our animal behavior expert. She's one of the most gifted people I know. She understands animal nature like she does human nature, and she's amazing communicating with both. And here we are, yet another video of life behind the scenes at Let's Adopt, an animal rescue that never gives up on their animals or their people.
Es un niño guapo. Peludito.
Guys, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for your support. We wouldn't be able to do all of this without your help. Over the years, we have built an army of supporters and an army that I'm here constantly motivating to rally. We need your help to continue saving lives. We need your help to continue giving these amazing services to our animals. I need your help to continue rescuing. Please, if you can, donate. Help us continue saving lives. Please join me on my support group on Patreon. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. I promise you, I'm gonna cut my hair very soon. Take care.